Welcome back to Factorio and the April 2021 community map. So last time, having done all this expansion work, as you can see, out that way and out that way, and in terms of production, really just this new power plant and some other little bits and pieces like increasing this. Because that took a lot of time to do, I have actually backed up the resources. So I still want to go and get this copper and probably this iron at some point. What I'm thinking of doing is just going straight for utility science right now. This is the yellow one. Now, I haven't actually got any of the parts needed for this as such. I've got flying robot frames, but they're over there, and I probably want the right ratio, so I'll build some more there, but that's easy. But I do need to get processing units and low density structures. So for processing units, what I'll do is I'll take the red circuits I've already got, so I'll take this belt here, try not to crash into any pipes along the way. But I don't think this will be enough green circuits. The processing units use up a lot of green circuits, so I'll probably have to do something separate. And in terms of space, so low density structures will need plastic as well. Plastic is hair, so I probably want to leave this hair for that. So let's have a look around what other space I've got. Maybe over there, it's quite a long way to go. I'd need copper, acid, iron and red circuits, but there's a possibility because all this is looking pretty crowded. Possibly hair actually, that could be another possibility. It's unlikely that I actually expand this copper hair. Well, I haven't really decided whether I'm going to bring the ore down or the plates down, so maybe I should leave myself the option. Quite possibly the solution is going to be that this forest has to go. So these turrets aren't doing anything for me at all now because I've got my new defences over there. So, okay, so if the low density structure goes here, I guess, because it's nearer the plastic and stuff. And can only steel, then what if I was to come up here? It's really in the way of iron, but I think at this point, whether I do with iron, like building a hair is going to be a bad idea. Maybe I'll build iron down there or somewhere else out the way. I'm not quite sure where yet. So I think this hair is going to be the spot to go for. Let's go to that rock there. And so let's look at what I need. So if these take 10 seconds to craft, I need 20 electronic units. That means each one of these will need 2 electronic units per crafting second, and one of these makes 2, so that's actually quite nice. It means that actually I probably should put a request in here actually to get some sewing machines over. I didn't realise I didn't have any, but I can plan stuff out anyway. I'll just plan with these ones. So that means I can have, you can't even set the recipe, oh well. I can have one of those going into one of those, and looking at what I did here, it was 3 to 2 there, so if I had 2 of those and 3 lots of copper wire, not steel, whatever those are, steel iron sticks. So that would go into that, and actually if I left a gap there, let's see how that looks. I think then I can have, actually I need to fit an iron belt in somewhere, don't I? So that'd have to be like iron or whatever. And then circuits come across. This also needs, actually going to need more space there. So this can come across there. And this could be both iron and red circuits. So what it's going to do is it's going to have an underground there. Then I can long hand over the circuits. And then do red circuits and iron there. And these are convenient places actually for power poles, so that's quite nice. Same layout with those there. Probably know me, I'm actually stood outside. Yeah, I am stood outside the logistics zone, aren't I? Let's go stand over here for a moment. Let's actually get a new roboport built. So with that there, I also need to have acid coming in. So if acid is there, then that leaves space for one final belt there. And that will be the processor units coming out. So that's pretty neat to me, and that will tile up vertically, and I can flip it and do it in the other side as well. Acid is over here somewhere, so the question is going to be, where can I find space to put a pipe? And what is dying? Oh, I completely forgot about that. Let's go fix that first. Looks like big biters have arrived as well. So they're pretty hard to take down, especially when I hit power poles. That was very close. Splitter's a lot easier. And I think the problem there is that robots are really stupid, and yeah, a load of robots just sort of flew into the acid there. They're probably mostly carrying repair packs, so hopefully not too expensive, but yeah, that was unfortunate. And it's because I really forgot about having these down here, because I only built that turret line as far as this, and actually that's run out of ammo as well. Really should pay attention to these things. But yeah, I didn't build the turret line all the way down, and I really wish I'd got utility science faster so I could get these requester chests. Because if I had requester chests for ammo, there wouldn't be a problem at all. Well, I guess that's where all my shotgun ammo is going. There are quite a lot of attacks right now. And it's not just here along here, right the way along that perimeter. But yeah, that solved that problem, just giving them some ammo quickly. Back to what I was actually trying to do. So then these are going to be process units. Make sure they are rotated. And then what was I going to do with this acid? So acid is over here, it needs to get over here somehow. Not really left myself the greatest spacing there, have I? I don't think that reaches either. No, that doesn't even reach. What to do? I guess there maybe, that works. And then I need to... Well, if the acid is here, I guess this works then. This can basically come over here, have the turn here. Yeah, it works. That's all actually redundant anyway, because I'm not using the basic ammo anymore. So that can just clear off out the way. Then this will come. Oh, they're not tight. Well, as I said before, I haven't done the best spaced out this time. I was kind of busy with trying to secure space and so forth, so I didn't have like a massive area. Like, I probably should have built here. Like, that's a massive space, but there was lots of biters in my way. Or just done this layout better, like cleared out the forest and stuff. What is dying this time? Why are the robots dying over there? I guess because they're doing the same thing, then they go to a repair site and they can just stand in the acid patch. So linked up as I showed, so the process units are now working. The question is going to be how to get them out. Really I don't have anything tidy to show you for that, it's just going to sort of go over and back over. Actually that could just be one underground at least. And it kind of snakes way around here. This bit will be a bit tidier once it's onto the bit that are like actually planned in some form, which is the bus. So that's going to come along here next to the red circuits. And should that have been, I think that should have been a underground 2, shouldn't it? In fact, what did I do there? The underground should be there, which means that one's wrong as well, but that's fine. So then this can just come along here to the thing. So next up for these low density structures, they're going to use up a lot of plastic, even more copper and a little bit of steel. So what I'm thinking is if that's going to be copper on the outside, then they're going to be there, have a shared belt, output belt, 3 more semi machines and then more copper. That'll probably be a good final layout. I haven't actually got enough copper right now for 2 belts, let alone if I upgrade them to like fast. But there should be a decent plan for the future, I think. And it makes a nice tileable set of 3, works well with the power poles, so that's all pretty nice and makes this a very simple out as well, so that's also a nice thing. Because it's just going to be a bunch of long hand inserters on this double. And pretty much that, just put the plastic and the steel on opposite sides of this belt. And I think that should be fine because you need 4 times less plastic than you do copper. And even less steel, so steel certainly won't be a problem. So I just noticed a mistake I made with this. So what I did is I put the iron on there instead of on here. So what happened is basically these couldn't make anything because they couldn't get the iron, and then ended up with iron plates all the way down there. But this is fixed now, so it should actually be working. I haven't even noticed this because until I did this and took away a load of red circuits, this was backed up anyway. So let's go put some steel in these to get them started. But as you can see, they are working, and the steel's going to come along here. That was not what I wanted at all, thank you game. Because that does actually reach. I didn't think it would I didn't think a place over like that. I want it to do like that. But clearly that's not a case it supports. Now the problem here is going to be trying to get gains through this mess here. Like I probably should just get rid of these gears and those turrets and redo this. But working with what I've got right now, kind of want this over, say, here would be good, for example. So I guess that's actually just a total mess. What can I do with this? I definitely don't need that wall at all. That's definitely not needed. That could come across there. And then we'll do these red circuits. They don't need to be there either, to be honest. So, okay, that's a little bit tired, yeah? And with that, I've got everything I need to make the robot frames. I've got the low density structures, and I've got the processor units, so I can now look at doing the utility science. Another big attack. Wasn't really expecting that, and I say I attacked that for a long time. I still got like original turrets with original ammo. What I might do is let's go replace this one as well with shotgun turrets, because this one had been attacked a lot and I moved it. Maybe by moving that it changed the buy to attack patterns. Now I actually want to put them that close. I want to give them a bit of a gap. And that's because some of the later biters, they can basically hit a thing through one tile of wall. Kind of like a miniature AoE attack, I guess. So looking at these, so these make 3 every 21 seconds. I've probably not got enough resources to even contemplate that, so let's try making 1 for every 7 seconds. That means I need 1 flying robot frame every 3 seconds. If they take 20 each, then that's going to be 20 over 3, which is going to be about 7. So we're going to start with having 7 of those. 7 of those will need 4 of those, and 4 of these will need 4 of these. So we're going to start with 4 engines. Already put them there, gives them some space for inputs. That can be the pipe, then 4 engines feeding into 4 electric engines, feeding into... That's actually a nice ratio. If I change this slightly, this can be feeding into basically 2 of those. And then the next one's not a nice ratio, so that'll just be a belt with the 7 of those. So starting over here at the beginning, we're going to go with pipes when I find it. Let's just find some research actually quickly that could be done. Which I haven't really planned for. What do I possibly need right now? This could be useful to have. I don't need this right now, but as well as unlocking future stuff, it could give me the upgrade for shotguns, so that could be useful. So back to this, going to put the pipes there. That's going to be into engines. The engines need the pipes. As well as the pipes, they need gears. Gears and steel. So gears and steel here. Iron on. Let's just put iron here because just in case I need multiple pipes at some point in the future. So pipes will be a nice simple. That will be iron. Another night passes, and this game is just going to be a clusterfuck of bad defense choices. So I thought I was saving time by not replacing these. Basically what's happening is they're getting... Every time I decided not to bother replacing something, they're getting knocked down one by one at the moment. And at this point I'm not actually sure if I have saved any time because I got interrupted from what I was doing so many times. And this is really all because I want those requester chests, which requires yellow science, so I need to actually finish what I'm trying to do here. Let's get back to putting these belts on, and then we'll look at the next thing. So if the lubricant's going to be there, then this here could be where the inserter goes across. That's going to take across that and put it into that. Then I think these actually wanted to have a slightly bigger gap, maybe even bigger than that. And that's because the flying robot frames, they also want electronics as well as the engine units. So a possibility there would be to do that, and then this underground belt here, this can provide electronics and something else. Maybe I could go get some steel or batteries. And then finally to make these. What's all that going on about? Was it site being... Okay, I think this is them repairing this. Yeah, this hex are definitely getting bigger. Maybe I should... I don't know, even though the big biters and big spitters have turned up, 4 turrets are still doing a pretty good job. Those shotguns are really strong. So as I was saying, so then this can be here. So it's going to get 2 things. This is going to need to get a 3rd thing basically from there somewhere. Power pole's in there as well somewhere. Let's go with that. So I go put across there. These also want 2 things, but that can just be another belt. I can do 3 belts like that. And then those will be on the middle, and then the other 2 things there, and then the output over there. Oh, they've gone around the back of the turret. That is the problem with shotgun turrets, I guess. They don't have the 360 angle of fire, and I don't know how they even got there. That was kind of close. And they killed a turret full of ammo. I think I worked out as well. There's this cliff here. This cliff here is not entirely... Yeah, you can walk through it. Even though you can't build there, apparently you can walk through it. Now let's do like that, I guess. And make sure there's some more turrets. So even if I had done a transport belt with ammo, that wouldn't have saved that one. Although maybe I'd have lost less ammo. So with that, the first utility science packs are being made. And I believe it was 4 of these I said I need. So let's just bring this down. So that's 2, 3, and 4. Almost copy pasted that correctly. I missed out some bits and pieces though. I hope I caught it, I think. And then 4 of these. I guess they can come in sets of 3. So that's going to be 6, and then the 7th one will be down here. I think I got that right. So that inserts over to there, inserts to there. Let me just check where I got my math right there. I mean, I probably should have just direct inserted that. It would have been probably closer. Oh well. So having checked the math I did earlier, I really want this to go 1, 1, 1, 1, so forth. Which means this one here does really want to be able to get. But the problem here is, so this one feeds this one. This one feeds this one. This one feeds this one. This one feeds that. 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 And then there's an extra one. Yeah, can I build 8? Yeah, that's kind of where that problem came from. But it should be fine having the extra one, it won't do any harm. I guess it's because of the ratios of those being 1 to 2. You can't really do a half. Well, I guess you could. I could just not build that one. But this is fine. And so I'm going to do here, because I need to insert. I'm going to have an underground belt with the inserter. And I can just repeat that for each of the sets of labs. And I guess there's a good reason to actually do something proper about that. So I've got the ammo box up here, but one of the problems I've got is I didn't make this so the belt can go both ways just yet. So let's just change that so it goes like that, and then that can come that way. And what I want to do is just extend, not down to there for the time being, but just deal with this corner. Because since I built that belt there, I do need to do something. And this will be, assuming I could actually draw walls in a straight line, this will be a quick solution. Now, one thing I do keep having with these hero turrets is when you copy paste, you get the promoted version, but you can't build the promoted version. So the chance of me actually having them in the logistics network is kind of actually low. Now you just have to make sure you essentially rebuild them at the base level. I guess one of the things I could have done, which I again have not done, is if when I first built them, and actually that report needs to be there. If I first built them, I made a blueprint, then the blueprint would obviously keep the original version, but since I didn't do that, what's happening is I always need the newer version. And now I have finally got the city done. So the first thing I do is actually just try and get the logistics system. Even though it's 500, it's kind of slow. Having requested boxes for this ammo would make my life so much happier. So looking over here on a bit of a view, this is clearly not giving enough processor units. The reason there's not enough processor units is basically here because of red circuits. There's also not enough low density structures, that's because of copper. And if we look at the actual red circuits, why isn't enough red circuits? There's not enough copper. However, I have got all these copper miners working basically as fast as they're going to. I could get, having said that, I missed the belt out. That's been like that pretty much the entire game, I guess. Let's fix that. Now I could add speed modules, but speed modules cost, you guessed it, circuits, which cost copper, so don't actually know if that's a benefit. So there's not much more I can do there, and the nearest copper options I seem to have is that one and that one. And they're both out in, there's a small one over there. They're all out in biter territory though, so that's going to be a pretty major undertaking. And I actually want to get some weapons, so... And although I really want to get this first, can I get any better weapons without doing that? Let's have a look. Rocket launcher could be good. What's the rocket launcher actually need? I always forget. So, explosives, flammables, rocketry. So that's only going to require red, green, and black. Getting it some worthwhile upgrades would cost me. Now, I don't really want to go up to blue because that's going to cost more copper again. If I can get up to here, what are these doing? They're like 20% each time. 20%. There's 40% extra damage, not incredible, but the good thing with these is the range. So what I'm thinking is it might let me snipe the worms a bit better. It'll be fun. It's for me fun to try it out. I've not used rockets in many versions of Factorio, modded or unmodded, to be honest. So I got the rockets queued up. I think I'll leave it for today though. So next time I'll be looking at doing these rockets, clearing out some more biters and getting the copper. And probably along the way I'll be able to get enough of these utility science packs to finish the logistics robots, which will definitely help with this ammo supply. Because right now basically I'm just bringing the ammo over here manually. And actually by manual what I'm doing is I have personal logistics, I don't have requested chests, so I'm stood here waiting for the robots to come to me and then putting the ammo in the box basically. But be sure to check it all out next time. Want to see that? Be sure to like, subscribe and enable your notifications.